Namaste, dear students. How are you doing? Good. I would like to welcome to the English class of grade 8. If you are a bit far away from your television set, please do come closer with your necessary materials. You might need your textbook, you might need your pen or pencil or anything else. Are you ready? Good. Dear students, before we start, let me have some recap what we did in our last class. We did talk about this picture last class. Do you remember, dear students? There's a boy is watching television, and excessive watching television is not so good. That's why, we're going to suggest him, we're going to convince him, or we're going to persuade him to do something other than watching television. And we use the different expressions like, why don't you stop watching television and help your parents in the kitchen? What about slowly decreasing the amount of television you watch? I think you should replace television watching time with your hobbies and healthy activities. He has to engage in some other healthy activities. So when we are suggesting or giving advice to the people, or when we are persuading, we can use the expressions like, what about, you should, or let's, or why don't you? And we also read a story with the title, The Old Woman and the Lime Tree. That was a very fantastic story. That was, of course, a fairy tale. In other words, there was a tree talking. There was an old woman. She had very excessive greed, and finally, although lime tree was giving lots of wishes and blessings to the old man and old woman, finally, because of the old woman and because of her excessive greed, everything was taken back. So we learned the story, we learned the moral lesson that we should not be greedy, we should be satisfied with what we have, and the excessive greed results into a disaster. Dear students, can you guess what we are going to learn today's class? You're right. So we're going to learn pronunciation. Can you read the instruction, what we are asked to do? Good. Listen to your teacher pronouncing these words. Words are given there. Repeat after him or after her and say the number of syllables in each word. Are you clear about the instruction? Good. We're going to do two things. The first thing is we're going to pronounce the words. And what is the second thing we're asked to do? Yes, we are asked to say the number of syllables in each word. Are you guys ready? Good. Let's begin the first. What is the first word given in the text? Oh yes, it's S-A-R-N-E-S-S. Can you pronounce the word? How do you pronounce the word? Good. Let's look at the phonetic transcription here. Harnish, right? Yeah?
Harness,
Yes.
harness,
Can you repeat after?
harness,
Yes, harnish. How many syllables? 2. You're right. Harnish, harnish. With the stress, the first stress is harness. What about the next word? Yes, you're right. It's,
frightened,
it's
frightened,
frighten. How many syllables? 2. You're right. Frighten, frighten, right? Frighten. What about next? You're right again. Yeah? Good.
Accept, accept, accept,
Except, except. Okay, with the stress, second syllable. How many syllables? 2. Except. It's not accept, right? I've found people saying accept. It's not accept, right? Accept.
Accept.
What about next? Right. It's hardly. How many syllables? 2 again. Hardly.
Hardly.
Yeah?
Hardly.
Let's go to the next word. Can you guess? Can you try? Good. P. Look at the stress in the first syllable.
Punishment.
Punishment. Punishment. How many syllables? 3.
Punishment. Punishment.
Yeah.
Punishment.
Punishment. Punishment. How many syllables? 3 syllables. Great. Next word. Yes. Livestock. Livestock.
Livestock.
Yeah.
Livestock. Livestock.
Livestock. How many syllables? 2. Livestock. Next. Please guess. How do you pronounce? That's good. Okay. Policeman. Policeman.
Policeman.
Policeman. Yes. Let's listen again.
Policeman.
Yeah.
Policeman.
Policeman. What our next word? Yes.
Permission.
Permission. How many syllables, please? 3 again. You're right.
Permission.
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 Permission. Permission. Permission. Permission. What our next? Good. Sa o la ja o. Roy silent, right? In bracket.
Soldier.
Soldier. Yes. How many syllables?
Soldier.
2. Soldier. Soldier. 2 syllables. What about the last word, guys? Come on. You're right. Satisfy. How many syllables?
Satisfy.
3. Please, let's listen again.
Satisfy.
Yeah. Sa, a, ta, e, sa, fa, o, e. What's that?
Satisfy.
Yeah. Satisfy. Satisfy. 3 syllables. Thank you, dear students. Can you read the instructions, please? Yes. Here are some expressions that you can use to persuade others to do something. Learn them. Okay, we're given. Try it. You're right, it suits you. Or next. Give it a try. It's really nice. Good. Next, please. Please try. Come on. Come on. You can do this easily. Yes. What about next? Watch the film. It's interesting. Go on. Open your present. You are good at singing. Good, dear students. Dear students, now we're going to have speaking exercise. Can you read the instruction? Task A. Act out given conversation in pairs. Act out given conversation in pairs. Gonna work in a pair. And you have conversation 1, Shalman and Shruti, they're talking, and in conversation 2, Rajan and Pooja are talking. What they're talking about, let's listen from their own voice. Okay, here you go.
Which shirt do you think I should buy?
Well, buy the red one. It suits you.
Pooja, help your father in the kitchen. He will be happy.
Certainly, I will help.
The students, you have heard two people talking in a conversation. Now, we have got to go in the third task of the speaking task. Can you read the instruction please for me? Good. You want to persuade someone to do something in the following situations. What do you say? Take turn in pairs. We have pair work again, right? And different situations are created, and we have got to have a live talk in that situations. Okay? First, what is the first situations? You want your friend to sing a song. You can see in the picture, there's a man, okay? That's your friend perhaps. He's very good at singing, and you want your friend to sing a song. So, how do you speak in these situations? Okay, let's go with the video.
Why don't you sing a song? You are very good at singing.
Certainly, I will sing.
Good. Okay, let's go one more time
Why don't you
with next situation. What is the situation again? You want your sister to prepare an omelette. Perhaps you're hungry, okay? So you want your sister prepare an omelette. You have a picture there. That's the situation, okay? There's a stove and the saucepan, omelette is being cooked over there. Okay, in this situation, how do you talk? Let's hear our conversation here.
You should prepare an omelette. I'm very hungry.
Certainly, I will prepare.
Yes, this was the another situations. Okay, you have another situation here. What is that? Look at the picture. That's your friend. And your friend is very, very good at dancing. But again, okay, she does not want to take part in a dance competitions. And what's your job? Your job is to convince her, or you have to persuade her to take part in dancing. Let's hear a conversation between Rahul and Pooja.
Come on, you should take part in a dance competition. I'm sure you'll win.
Certainly, I'll take part in the competition.
That's great. This is how Rahul was trying his best to convince Pooja to take part in the dance competitions. Okay, dear students, let's go to another situation. What's that? You can see in the picture, perhaps in a picnic. Your friend does not want to go on a picnic, right? You're organizing a party, you're organizing a picnic, and your friend is denying to go on a picnic. And what's your job? Your job is to persuade him or persuade her to go on a picnic. Let's see the conversation, how Pooja is trying her best to convince Rahul.
Come on, you should go on a picnic. We are inviting English teacher.
Oh, really? I'll go then.
Perhaps English teacher may be the best teacher for Pooja. So, I'm sorry, for Rahul. So, Pooja is trying her best to convince Rahul. Okay, we have another situation here. Okay, perhaps this is a kind of running competition. Okay, a kind of marathon perhaps. And you want your friend to take part in athletics. Okay, your friend is very, very good at athletics, but your friend is refusing to take part in athletics. In that situations, how do you persuade or how do you suggest your friends to take part in athletics? Let's listen to the conversation again between Pooja and Rahul.
Why don't you take part in athletics? You're very good at running.
Certainly, I will take part in the competition.
Dear students, now let's go with another situation, which is final situation given in the textbook. That's your friend hesitates to speak English in the class. Okay, and what's your job? Your job is to persuade him or persuade her to use English language while speaking. Okay, here you go.
Come on, you should speak English in the classroom. It's the classroom rule.
Oh, really? I'll speak then.
Dear students, thank you so much. You have heard a conversation. This is how you can keep trying, keep practicing to make your speaking skill better. Dear students, now we are going to a grammar section now. So, can you please read the instruction for me? Good. Study how the following sentences change into reported speech. Okay, different examples are given here. So what is our job? Our job is just to observe first. Let's observe. Okay, when we change from direct speech into indirect speech narration, what are the changes? Okay, the first job is to observe. The observing, and in our next activities we're trying to make generalize the rules. Okay, so first let's observe. So shall we go with the first one? Good. Can you read? Pragya said to him, put out the light. This is in direct speech. And how do we change into indirect? Pragya told him to put out the light. This is indirect. Now let's observe the changes here. When we change direct speech into indirect speech, what are the changes that took place here? Yes, you're right. Said to has been changed into told. That narrative, okay. Reporting verb has been changed. Whatever next? to conjunction has been added. You're right. What next? Yes, inverted comma is avoided. There is inverted comma in direct speech and you don't have inverted comma in indirect speech. What is another change? You're right. Comma, okay, there's comma you can see in the first example, I mean direct speech, and that comma is omitted in the second indirect speech. Yes, what about one more thing? Uppercase of put, okay, put, okay, has been lowered, put, small put. That's good. Just observe now, okay. We'll generalize the rule later. Let's go to next example. My brother said to me. Okay, said to, that is reporting verb, isn't it? Okay. What happened now? My brother requested me to go to the market. Let's observe some changes again. In the previous example, said to became told. In this example, said to has been changed into requested. Maybe the reason there was please, there is please now and it was not there. Maybe it's a request. To conjunction has been added as earlier. Inverted comma is avoided. Comma is omitted. The word please is also omitted. Good. Let's observe another example. She said to him, don't toss the hot water. How do you go? Oh yes, she warned him not to toss the hot water. What are the changes? Said to has been changed into warn, W-A-R-N-E-D, warn. Look at the reporting verb, okay. Different reporting verbs are used here. Not to, okay, this is because different example. There is don't touch. That not to conjunction has been added. In the place of don't, it has been not to touch. Don't touch has been changed into not to touch. What about next? Yes, all the examples are common, right? Inverted comma is avoided, comma is omitted. The word don't is replaced by not to. What about next example? Shreya said to me, get me a cup of tea. Yes, that happened. Shreya told me to give her a cup of tea. So, other changes are as usual. And what is the new change here? Yes, you observe new thing here. What's that? The pronoun me, get me, has been changed into give her a cup of tea. That's pronoun changes here, okay? Next example, my father said to me, think before you act. That became, my father advised me to think before I act. Can you notice, please, there is one, unique change over there than earlier? Yes, the reporting verb said to is replaced by advised. What may be the reasons? You're right, because the father said, so the father is advising his son or daughter. That's good. Next, please. Neha said to Deepa, don't toss my things. Again here, okay, you find some changes. What are changes? Neha forbade Deepa to toss her things. Said to has been changed into forbade. Okay, let's go to another example. He said to me, give me a pen. He asked me to give him a pen. Yeah, what are changes? Said to has been changed into asked. Dear students, on the basis of these changes, now let's do exercise B. What's that? Choose the correct alternative. All right, okay. Can you read the A number? Can you read for me, please? Yes. Jeevan said, clean the bedroom. So you have three options here. Which one of them is correct and why? Good. You're right. Jeevan told me to clean the bedroom. Why is that correct? Because to clean, to infinitive is here. You don't have to here. You don't have to infinitive here in the II and even in third. So, Jeevan told me to clean the bedroom. That's the correct answer. What about next? The teacher said to her, work with your classmates. You have three options again. Which one of them is correct? Can you guess, please? Yes, you're right. The teacher told her to work with her classmates. So here, your classmates. So your means you here. Who is that you here? Okay, second person pronoun you here. So that is her. She is her classmates. That is why the teacher told her to work with her classmates. That's correct. What about next, please? The doctor said to him, take your medicine regularly. You have three options again. Which one of them is correct? Oh, good. You're right. The doctor advised him to take his medicine again here. Your, this you. Who is this you? Take your. This you is him, he. Okay? The doctor said to he. That's why the doctor advised him to take his medicine regularly. That's correct. Now, can you read the question for me? She told me, don't do it. Don't do it. You've got to change into indirect speech. And you have three options here. Which one of them is correct? Can you guess, please? Yes. This time again, your guess is correct. She told me not to do it. Why is not to? Because you have don't here, right? Okay. It's imperative sentence which is in negation, and you use the conjunction not to do it. Right. Okay, we'll be going with this later on, don't worry. What about next? I said to him, please go to the market. Please go to the market. Please, look at here. You have three options. Which one of them is correct? Good. I asked him to go to the market. Okay, I asked him to go to the market. Please, you go to the market. Okay, so it's asking. Okay, what about next? He said to me, post this letter at once. Please, you have this here now. Okay, new thing. Please, you have to remember. Okay, this. Which one of them is correct? Oh, yes. Okay, you are so smart. He told me to post that letter at once. Why? Because that dish, okay, you change into, when you change or convert direct speech into indirect speech, you change this into that. That's why he told me to post that letter at once. You have this here, you even have this here in two options. So option first is right. Dear students, you have another example here. He said to me, wait here till I return. How do you change? You have three options. Which one of them is correct? Yes, he asked me to wait there till he returned. Okay, you change here into there. Why? We'll learn. We'll generalize at the end. Don't worry. Okay, here has been changed to there. Oh, here is also there. Then why? Oh yes, the return has been returns here, but in a second returned. Okay, look at the tense change also here. Right. So this is right answer. He asked me to wait there till he returned. What about next? Sunita said to him. What did Sunita say to him? Don't stay here anymore. Again here. Don't stay here. Please remember, here anymore. Okay, you have options here. I think you can do it now. Don't. Okay, it's a kind of order. Okay, yes. You're right. Sunita ordered him not to stay. Okay, there is not to even in I. But why I is right? Yes, because in I you have here has not been changed. Notice, did you notice? But what about here? Here has been changed into there. So Sunita ordered him not to stay there anymore. Dear students, with these examples, now let's generalize the rules. Alright? So you have a box here, you have a table here, and you have three columns there. In the first column, it's a types of sentences, a reporting verb, and conjunction or linker. Since we have been dealing in this exercise only with affirmative or assertive, we'll put much emphasis here. So when we talk about affirmative or assertive sentences, okay, we use the reporting verb like told. If it's an order, we say ordered, or if suggestion or advice, then advised, suggested, requested, and asked, proposed, warned. Okay, if it's a warning, you can use reporting verb like warn. And what is the linker for the affirmative assertive sentences? I mean, especially for the imperative sentences. What is the conjunction or linker? To or not to. All right. If you have negation, you not to or to. And okay, the latter part is just for your informations. And you have examples here. My brother requested me to go to the market. She warned him not to toss the water, hot water. My father advised me to think before I act. Neha forbade. The forbade itself is negative word. Dipa, to touch. That's why you don't have not to here. To touch her things. He asked me to give him a pen. And for your kind information, okay, let's go for changes of time and place expressions. If you have now, we change into then, ago, we change to before, today, we change into that day, yesterday, the previous day, tomorrow, the next day, last night, the previous night. If you have here, we change into there. This, yes, we change to that, yes. What about these? We change into those. Dear students, finally, let's look at some changes of narration of imperative sentences. Okay, this is also, we generalize this rule also here. For example, he said to me, go there right now. Go there right now. It's an order. So, we change said to into ordered. He ordered me to go there right now. My teacher said to me, obey your parents. It's a kind of, asking, So, my teacher asked me to obey my parents. She said to me, please don't go there. If you word like please, it's a request. So, requested, she requested me not to go there. And finally, we have, he said to her, let's go home. Let's go home. It's a kind of suggesting, isn't it? So, he suggested her that they should go home. All right? Dear students, now, I think you get a little bit concept about changing imperative sentences into from direct into indirect. So, for home assignment, I'm going to give you some questions, okay, some statements, and what is your job? Your job is to change that into indirect speech. Is that okay? Good. Please, dear students, get ready with your exercise book and a pen with you. That's good. Okay. Okay, so instruction A, change into indirect, INDIRECT, indirect speech. Okay, change into indirect speech. So, you have one, you have, okay, she said to me, she said to me, okay, she said to me, please open the window, or please open the window, and you have full stop and you have inverted comma. She said to me, please open the window. You have next exercise, do not, let me put, do not waste your time. Do not, how do you spell the word? Waste, W-A-S-T-E. Do not waste your time. Okay, do not waste your time. Okay, who said? Okay, the old man said. The old man said. Do not waste your time. The old man said. Now next, one more. Speak the truth. I mean, okay, let me put in that this way. The teacher said, the teacher, T-E-A-C-H-E-R, okay? The teacher said, you have comma and inverted comma, speak the truth, S-P-E-A-K, please, S uppercase letter, speak the truth. Okay, inverted comma, close. The teacher said, speak the truth. All right. Can you please go? She said to me, please open the window. B. Do not waste your time. The old man said. The teacher said, speak the truth. These 3 enough for you or one more? Shall I go for one more? Good. Dear students, let me go one more, please. All right. Question number D. Okay. Okay. My friend said. Or let's say the doctor said. All right. Let me change with the report. Doctor. The doctor said. The D-O-C-T-O-R. The doctor said. Okay. What did the doctor say? Avoid eating. Yes, avoid eating junk food, right? J-U-N-K, junk food, which is not healthy, right? The doctor said, avoid eating junk food. Avoid eating junk food. The students, do you have any confusion here? Okay, let me repeat one more time. Change into indirect speech. A. She said to me, please open the window. Can you read question number B for me, please? Good. Do not waste your time, the old man said. What about question number C? Good. The teacher said, speak the truth. This D number, please. From this row, can you read, please? Good. The doctor said, avoid eating junk food. The students, this is all you have copied. Make sure, yeah, you don't have any mistakes. Okay, please remember the inverted commas, and uppercase or capital letters in everything. All right, I've done. Thank you, dear students. Okay, may I just erase? So, dear students, go home. You try to recall whatever we did in today's class, and you try to solve these problems. You can also consult with your brothers or sisters or anyone in your family members if you want, and to come with your answer. We'll discuss tomorrow. Thank you so much, dear students. This much for today. I'll see you in next class. Bye-bye.